Let's talk about the piece of outdoor gear you probably didn't know you needed. Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome back. I am definitely enjoying my time here in Norfolk, getting a feel for a new town, a new city, and having a good time. But today I want to talk about something that for some reason to me seems like a little bit odd for me to be talking about, but it really shouldn't be. It's a piece of cookware that I use in the backcountry that I discovered with Knowles 20 years ago that is the best piece of cookware you have never heard of. And it is the Banks Fry Bake. This is a really fascinating piece of gear. I don't want this channel to become the Knowles channel, but because I've spent a lot of time with Knowles in the past few months, that's gonna percolate up through, and I sort of rediscovered this cool pan on the 2 Knowles courses that I did in the past year and a half. It is an anodized aluminum pan with a hard coat. I don't know what that means, but that's what it says on their website. And here's the thing. If Knowles uses a piece of gear, that means it's a reliable, durable piece of gear. Knowles puts around 4,000, 5,000 students a year out into the field, most of them going out into the field for about 30 days at a shot. And if gear will hold up to that, it will hold up to just about anything a normal human being can put it through. So at Knowles, we use these as a fry pan, right? You can also bake with it. You can also boil water in it. You can cook on it over an open fire. But the best part is cleanup. It's incredibly durable. And so we frequently will clean it up with a handful of rocks or a handful of gravel or sand and gravel. And that's your abrasive, and it gets them really clean. So really, really nice. They have some oddities to them, the Banks Fry Bakes do. With some butter or oil, they're pretty darn non-stick, which is good. They do not have any way to attach a pot grip to them. So a lot of pots have something like this that a pot grip goes into, and the Banks has nothing on it. And so at least at Knowles, what is used as a pot grip is a pair of channel locks like this. So you just simply pick it up like that, or actually what works really well if you're pouring from it is holding it like that. And it seems odd, but it works really well. The lid has just a wing nut in the top of it. So again, you can use your channel locks to grab the lid. You can also, I learned to make pizzas in these by creating a fire, what we would call a twiggy fire, up here, which would create heat on the lid so it would melt your cheese. Knowles Sailing does not use the twiggy fire. They're anti-twiggy fire. It could just be that there's not a whole lot of twiggies, though there is plenty of driftwood. So I'm not sure why they're anti-twiggy fire, but we did pizza and it came out just fine without a twiggy fire. I liked doing the twiggy fire like this. It gave you a bigger area for your twiggy fire. So this is an awesome piece of gear. It is a little bit big for backpacking, but still doable. I'm pretty sure Knowles uses them on backpacking courses, though Knowles is not particularly lightweight when it comes to backpacking courses. But awesome in a kayak or some other vessel like that where you're not too worried about weight, like a sailboat. They are a little pricey. I believe this kit is about $70. Okay, I wanted to correct that. I have a nasty habit about getting prices wrong on gear that I'm talking about. I did it last week. I did it this week. That pan and lid is actually $98. There's a slightly smaller one that 8 inches. Mine is the Expedition. The 8-inch one is $65, and there is a deeper one that's $83. And all the same finish, just different shapes and sizes.
I haven't used the other sizes. The Expedition is what Knowles uses. And I should also point out, I didn't pay for that pan. It was gifted to me by the folks over at Deliberate Life Bus. They were moving, they didn't have space for it, and I really appreciate that. I've absolutely loved it, because I wouldn't have spent $100 on the pan. Okay, back to your video.
Which is kind of a lot for a single pan. But here's an important thing to keep in mind. If you're going to use that as a fry pan, this is a non-stick fry pan that I use, and I really only use it for eggs kayaking because it's fragile. It's got a handle that folds in. It's super nice. This was like $25. It's a super non-stick coating. It is much smaller diameter than the fry bake is. But the thing is that the coating is pretty fragile. And so after a couple years of solid use, I have to replace those. And here is another good indicator. This is a non-stick, and you can see this. I just need to throw this out. I don't want to be eating food that comes out of this, because it's just going to be, I'm going to be eating that coating. No coating in the fry bake, which I really like. So I don't have to worry about any of that sort of stuff. It's super nice. So little tip, Banks fry bake, totally worth the $70. You can do anything with it. Great gear for you to take on adventures. If you're digging this video, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell. You can help me out by buying me a cup of coffee or an ice cold whiskey. There's a link to coffee down below. $4 will make me very happy. That's all I got today. I'll see you soon.